Saya, an untold love. The first meeting. Ayan was an ordinary college student, but that day, something unusual happened. While walking through the campus, he saw a girl sitting alone on a bench, lost in a book. Her deep brown eyes carried a sadness that instantly caught his attention. As he passed by, a gust of wind blew, making some pages of her book fly away.
Ayan, here you go. Handing over the pages with a friendly smile. Ayan, beautiful name. I'm Ayan. Zara simply nodded and returned to her book. Ayan, turning back, curious, what's your name?
Zara, softly, Zara. Ayan smiled.
But Zara had already gone back to reading, leaving Ayan with a strange feeling, like he had just witnessed the beginning of something unexpected. A mysterious connection. Ayan couldn't stop thinking about Zara. There was something about her silence, her distant gaze, that made him want to know her more. The next day, he saw her in the college corridor, walking alone. Gathering courage, he approached her.
Ayan, hey, Zara.
Zara, looking up, surprised, hi.
Ayan, you always sit alone. Do you not like making friends?
Zara, hesitating, it's not about liking or not. I just prefer being alone. Zara, softly, I should go. Ayan watched her leave, now more intrigued than ever.
A rainy evening and hidden pain. A few days later, a sudden rainstorm hit the college campus. Students ran for shelter, but Ayan noticed Zara standing alone in the garden, lost in thought, letting the raindrops soak her. Without hesitation, he walked up to her, holding an umbrella.
Ayan, you'll catch a cold. Zara blinked, as if waking from a dream. She looked at Ayan and then at the umbrella above them.
Zara, rain reminds me of something.
Ayan, something good or something painful? Zara didn't answer. Instead, she looked up at the sky, letting the rain touch her face. A sad smile formed on her lips. Ayan didn't push for an answer. He simply stood beside her, shielding them both under the umbrella, letting the silence speak for itself.
Unveiling the past. One evening, Ayan found Zara sitting alone in the college library, holding an old photograph. Her fingers traced the edges carefully, her eyes filled with unspoken sorrow.
Ayan, Zara, I know there's something you're holding inside. You can trust me. Zara hesitated, then sighed.
She placed the photograph on the table. It was of a young man, smiling brightly. Zara, whispering, his name was Ayan. He was my everything. But fate took him away. Ayan felt a pang in his heart. He had never seen Zara this vulnerable before. Edges carefully, her eyes filled with unspoken sorrow. Zara, I didn't mean to shut people out. But after Ayan, I was afraid to let anyone in again. Ayan gently reached for her hand, but didn't say a word. Instead, he let her grief flow. That night, something changed. Zara had finally let someone see her pain.
A new beginning. Days passed, and Zara slowly started opening up to Ayan. She wasn't just the quiet girl anymore, she smiled more, laughed at his jokes, and even started looking forward to their conversations. One evening, as the sun set behind the college garden, Zara walked up to Ayan, her hands nervously clasped together.
Zara, Ayan, can I tell you something?
Ayan, surprised, of course. Zara took a deep breath.
Zara, I used to think that after Ayan, I'd never be able to feel again. But, you've changed something in me. Ayan's heart skipped a beat.
Ayan, Zara. She looked at him, her eyes filled with honesty.
Zara, I don't know if I'm ready for love yet. But I do know that I don't want to lose you. Ayan smiled gently.
Ayan, then you won't. I'll be here, for as long as you need. The evening breeze carried a sense of hope. Zara had finally taken her first step toward moving on.
The truth of the heart. Ayan and Zara had become inseparable. But for Ayan, it was never just friendship, he had fallen in love with her. One evening, during the college festival, Zara called him for the first time.
Zara, softly, are you coming?
Ayan, smiling, if you're inviting me, then definitely. That night, when he arrived, his heart skipped a beat. Zara was wearing a soft pink dress, and for the first time, there was a different glow in her eyes.
Zara, how do I look?
Ayan, gently, beautiful, but even more than that, happy. Zara smiled and took his hand.
Zara, thank you, Ayan, for teaching me to live again. Ayan was about to say something when Zara gently pulled him toward the rooftop. There, under the starlit sky, Zara held a white flower in her hands. She looked at the city lights in the distance, her eyes peaceful for the first time in years.
Ayan, softly, Zara, are you sure? She nodded, and for the first time, there was no fear in her gaze, only hope.
Under the moonlit sky, their story had come full circle, not as an end, but as the beginning of something beautiful.